Poppy, what is going on, brother? Been a week.
Has been a week. Yeah.
How was vacation?
Vacation was very nice. Little R&R is definitely always needed. Doesn't matter what you're doing.
100%.
No, it was really nice. Just get out on the beach, hang out with Steph. Just the two of us for the most part. Till we invited Steph's friend to come with us for the day. She was having a little tough time at work, so we figured a little beach time for her would do her some good also. But it was nice. I got a tan, which was nice. I would definitely not expected.
Must be nice to be able to tan. I
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was nice.
Like, you've known me for how many years? And, like, what's the tannest you've ever seen me?
Probably when we went to Charleston.
Which wasn't that tan at all.
No. So, I got my base tan going. I'm in good shape now.
Must be nice.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. We stayed on 54th Street. The little hotel bar they had there was really nice. We stayed at the Quality Inn. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy at all. Hotel bar was really good. Mixed drinks were good. Dude knew how to make a really good fucking cheesesteak.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, so that was really good. We went to the you ever heard of the restaurant Bad Monkey?
Yeah.
We went there for breakfast. That was really good.
Nice.
I had never been, so that was within walking distance. Right across the street, we had a pizza place, a liquor store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a Fresh Supreme.
Man, so y'all just had everything right there.
Yeah, so we really had everything there. We walked to Secrets first night for dinner. Played putt twice while we were down there. My skills still reign supreme.
Not over mine, but yeah.
Have we played putt together before?
We have. Surprisingly.
Okay. Well, shitty ass. I'm the green doesn't count.
No.
When did you and I play?
Well, not like you versus me specifically, but Poochie's bachelor party. When we all played, I won. I beat everybody.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good point. I forgot about that.
I'm kind of a unit.
Well, I locked in. I did good.
I was waiting for you to say it, and you didn't say it.
Yeah, suck my unit. But no.
There you go. Let's sneak it in there.
Didn't want to come back from vacation. Nobody ever does. But
No.
here we are. We're back now. I'll be down again in July, so it's not really a big deal.
Here you go, ma'am.
And it makes it better. Steph has a pool at her house, so I can really just go out and tan like every freaking Saturday if I want to.
There you go. I don't have that luxury.
Tan, swim, whatever. Don't make a difference. So I'm looking forward to laying out and catching some sun this summer.
I cannot do that. We have neighbors on either side. One of which is we have the two like worst neighbors you can imagine on either side. One side is the noisy neighbor, and the other side is the nosy neighbor.
Oh, they're the best.
Well, so the nosy neighbor, obviously, if they're nosy, don't know how to mind their own fucking business.
Right.
They literally put in a noise complaint with our landlord. We were in the apartment for like 3 weeks. They were like, yeah, they were too loud at like midnight on a Friday or whatever. First of all, it's Friday. Get over it.
Yeah. Lighten up.
Second of all,
not a big deal.
I'm asleep before 11:30 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Unless like something is going on, like I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm asleep before midnight every night of the week.
Right.
Unless I'm out doing something. So watch your attitude. Secondly, she decided that she owns the parking spot on the street.
Mm-hmm.
She does not, because it's street parking. And unless she wants to pay the township some money for the rights to that property, it's not your fucking parking spot.
Right.
So she decided she wanted to put a note on my windshield to tell me to stop parking in front of her house, because then somebody else has to park in front of her house, and then I'm just rude. So I wrote back on that piece of paper and put it on her porch and told her, People are parking in front of my house too. That's just how street parking works. I'd rather not walk the length of the street at night after an 11-hour day.
Yeah, like just get the fuck over it. Not a big deal.
Just mind your business, you crackhead looking bitch.
Right.
You can tell this one gets me fired up. So now Sarah and I make it a point to park in front of their house as often as possible.
Oh, good. Good. That's always the best.
Dude, it just brings me like just a sick joy that like we've literally like Sarah took her spot and then I took like where Sarah normally parks, and then our neighbors took the other two, and then the neighbor on the other side of them took the other one. She had nowhere close to park. It brought me like a sick joy. My level of petty goes pretty high.
I'm aware.
You're like, oh, I know.
I'm very aware.
We got to a point where there was 11 of us. 5 of us were in one bay, 6 of us in another. I was lucky enough to be in the bay with 5 people, so we had an open spot. For player number 12, like 3 or 4 of us just decided to see how hard we could hit a golf ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reno and I got that ball up over 130 miles an hour.
I'm not surprised.
Hitting
I'm really not surprised,
the
man.
piss out of this football. You love how I told you to sit still and I can't sit still?
Right. I'm the one sitting over here just like
I have ADHD. There's only so much you can expect from me.
Right. Also, you said hitting the piss out of this football.
Let me be great.
Sure. Whatever.
No, it was a lot of fun. Sarah and I found a kitten on the way back.
Yep.
That was wild. 8:30 at night. It's dark. Doing 55 miles an hour. Saw this little guy. That's literally what we called him, was little guy. She's like trying to name him. Like, nope.
Do not name it, because then you're attached and then you
Nope.
keep it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was already hard enough because he was adorable.
Right.
He literally fit in one hand. Like, you guys see the size of my... I do not have a very big hand.
Right.
He fit in one hand. But he was sick, so we think his mom left him behind. Because of that, I saw him while we were driving. We scooped him up. Excuse me. Celsius got me burping over here.
That's why I finished my drink before we started.
I'm normally okay. This one's just like...
Or tried to finish my drink before we started.
This one's just hitting all the wrong notes. Normally they hit the right notes. This one's hitting the wrong notes today.
I can't drink those.
Really?
For that reason. Because it like makes me like gassy and I burp all the time.
Anyway, we saved this kitten. We got him in the right hands. We got him in the hands of a young lady whose mom is a vet. They're gonna take him in, take care of him, get him back to health, and give him a loving home where he's gonna be cool. He's a little orange cat, so he's gonna be have those crackhead vibes.
Oh yeah. We used to have an orange cat. This is way back in the day.
I used to have one as well.
Yeah. Sorry.
Shout out Smellman.
Shout out Smellman. Well, it wasn't really our cat. It was my cousin's cat, and cousin lived at the house, and cousin left the cat. So, yeah, that's that.
If so facto,
we had a cat. We had an orange cat. Yeah, the cat was like fucking something else. Raven hated it. Rest in peace, Raven.
Rest in peace to Raven.
But one day the fucking cat put a dead bird in my room.
No, the camera was not moving that slow. I was moving that slow.
I know.
It looks smooth though.
It does look smooth.
I move at 20 frames per second.
But yeah, she put a dead fucking bird on in my room.
Fun fact.
Right on top of my book bag for school.
That means they love you. And they're trying to feed you. I know it sounds weird, but it means that they actually love you and they're trying to feed you.
That feeling was not mutual.
Dude, I was on the phone with Timber one time. Just talking on the phone. Next thing I'm like, hey, buddy, I'm going to have to call you back. Harley just brought me a dead mouse. So I got to handle that.
Deal with a dead mouse.
He's like, fair enough. Good luck. I was like, we're going to have to put a pause on this.
But so circle back around to vacation. It was really cool. So it was like I'm trying to like think of how to like describe it. It was like an open interior. So like it was kind of like a motel vibes.
Yeah.
But it was like a hotel, obviously. On the inside of the hotel, there was like a cage for like lizards. It was pretty cool. And they were big as shit.
Okay.
Massive fucking koi fish. And then there was 3 macaws in cages.
Did you try to catch one of the koi fish with your bare hands?
Dude, that thing would have eaten my hand. It was that big.
Damn.
Like easily longer than it was probably the width of like 1.5 of our laptops.
Damn.
It was a big fucking fish. But Steph got a video of we were like chilling in the room. We were on the 4th floor. There was 5 floors of the hotel. And you could like hear the fucking bird screaming.
Was it worse than the Red Roof Inn in Charleston, South Carolina?
No, because the hotel was cool. Like the air conditioning vent literally went right onto the bed.
Okay.
So we like kept that bitch like fucking cranked, even though we didn't need to, because it was like
cold as shit while you were sleeping.
Oh, but it was nice.
I know it.
Yeah, but
there's nothing worse than being hot while you're trying to sleep.
I know. But luckily there was like a lady there to like take care of like the animals during the day, and she took the birds with her.
Ah.
So we didn't have to hear the fucking birds screaming all night long.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, at least with the Red Roof Inn, it was constant screaming, but from different parts of the hotel.
Right.
I'm not convinced at one point it did not come from inside of the room.
I was literally just thinking that. Yeah. At some point, it had to have came like from the underneath the fucking bathtub.
Yeah. That was. But which one was worse, the Red Roof Inn and the screaming from that, or the random screaming in Morgantown, West Virginia?
That was
in the middle of the night.
That was fucking frightening.
I was low-key pretty scared.
I was scared. First of all, we've talked about that trip on this podcast a time or two before. That trip to Morgantown, West Virginia, I'll say right now, Sarah, bless your heart. Your heart was in the right spot. It definitely was. It was a hell of a find.
Can't control the weather.
For the price that we paid for the Airbnb. Can't control the weather. Okay? Thought was there. That was easily the worst trip I've ever been on. Easily the worst trip I've ever been on.
I had fun.
Well, I mean, I had fun too until like fucking the second quarter.
You had fun after the game too, fucking with drunk Morgantown fans.
I was like cold and miserable at that point. I had like no filter.
I had to like take on the whole like mind over matter thing. I was literally like, you are not cold. You are not cold. You just think you're cold. And it gave me like 2 seconds of relief where I would feel like over me. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, fuck, I'm actually cold. But I tell you what, that hot chocolate and that IHOP hit all the right notes.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't understand. Like, you took so long to like bounce back and like thaw. Like, I was good. Like, I didn't even need like the hot shower to bounce back.
No.
Like, just laying under the bed, putting some sweatpants on, some dry clothes. That was it. Like, dry clothes and under the blankets. That was it. That was all I needed.
Like for some reason, I get really, really cold really, really easily. I don't know why. Steph legitimately thinks I'm anemic.
You quite possibly are.
Yeah.
That is the main thing of being anemic.
Right.
You gotta eat some spinach or something, brother.
I don't think that's what fucking fixes it, but
gives you iron.
Well,
spinach is loaded with iron and magnesium.
Well, I don't think a few plates of spinach a week are gonna be the end all.
It would make a big difference.
Well, I'm sure it would. Well, now it's fucking 91 degrees outside in May, so that's definitely gonna make a big difference too.
Eat some iron and magnesium, brother. Go get some supplements. Order it now. Get on GNC's website. No, I'm kidding.
No, I have bills.
I'm kidding.
I have bills to pay. We were gonna get tattoos while we were at the beach. We didn't even do that. We have bills to pay.
Shout out Luke Combs tattooing a sunburn.
I didn't get burnt though. I got burnt on my face. That was about it.
Steph
got more burnt than I did. Like,
I feel your pain, Steph. I know how you feel.
And she didn't really get burnt that bad. It was like my face was worse, and like you can't even tell I got burnt now.
No, I can't even tell.
Right. So like she was a little bit more red than I was, because like she'd fall asleep for a little while, and I'm like awake the whole time. I reapply like twice sitting there on the beach, and I found the remedy. It's SPF 30. I just got to reapply it like 3 times.
So the thing is, what they don't tell people is there's not much of a difference between SPF 50 and SPF 30.
Right.
There's it's like nothing at all. Honestly, you're just spending more money just to spend more money at that point.
Right.
SPF 30 gets the job done. Anything higher than 50 is just not necessary.
No. That's you're wasting money at that point.
Yeah, they're marketing it to you on the premise that you just don't know the difference. Literally, just look it up. The difference between SPF 30 and SPF 50 is like next to nothing.
Right.
And anything past 50 is just wildly unnecessary.
And see, I didn't realize it, but Steph bought a tanning spray also.
Ah, nice.
And that was like an SPF 25.
Did the tanning sprays actually work?
I put that on thinking it was sunscreen, and I'm in good shape, man.
Okay. I wonder if it's just like the tanning spray has like some like pigment to it, and then like the sun just like burns it into your skin.
Yeah,
and, like, that's the tan part.
Yeah,
I have no idea how it works.
I don't know, but it was like it did the trick.
Maybe you have to put some tanning lotion on.
I did not even realize it. I had SPF 30 still in my Adidas bag, the black bag that I take to work every fucking day. I had 2 cans of it sitting in the bottom of the bag. Didn't even realize it. I've been carrying around 2 cans of SPF 30 for a year.
God's plan.
For real. It was God's plan.
You never know. You never know when you're going to need some sun protection.
I don't need it when I'm at work. I can guarantee you that.
Not yet, you don't.
Yeah, not until I fucking quit.
Well, hopefully you're not working an outside job.
I would almost prefer it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, working over as opposed to working overnight. Yeah.
I think you could be like dude. You could definitely do like a remote like stats analyst job or like recorder job.
Well, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I think you could do it.
I would like to work remote. That would make things a hell of a lot easier.
I feel like 99% of humans would have.
Well, yeah, of course. I don't know. Some people can't do it. You know,
I can't do it.
Yeah. You actually cannot do it. But
yeah, my job won't allow it.
But like people will try it and they just don't enjoy it. They think it like gets boring. And like a hybrid remote job, I think would be like perfect for me.
I could do it.
2 days at home, 3 days at work, or vice versa, or something or another. That would be like perfect for me.
I could do it.
Because I'd grind when I'm not at home, and then I'd grind when I'm at the house, and then kind of take off when I'm at work.
Yeah, I could do it. I could do a remote job. I think I could do it. But anyway, so you went on vacation this week. Like I said, I went to Topgolf, found a kitten. Tuesday, went to the Orioles game, first Orioles game of the season.
Yeah, isn't that? Yeah. What do you think of the team? Seeing them live,
man, it was great. G-Rod getting the start there.
Did he get the win?
He did get the win.
That's awesome.
He's 2-0 on the season. He's had a lot of no decisions.
Yeah,
he's been given like starting off. He had a lot of strikeouts, but he gave up a lot of runs.
He gets crushed early.
He gave up 2 solo shots to the best team in baseball.
Yeah,
the Tampa Bay Rays,
and then really toned it down.
And that was it. That was all he gave up.
Yeah, that's the thing that's really frustrating with Grayson Rodriguez is like when he really turns it on, he's unhittable, damn near.
Yeah, I mean, first inning, second batter of the game, Wander Franco took him yard.
It's
Wander Franco.
Yeah, he's one of the best players in all of baseball. So I mean, you know, it's really tough to get a guy like him out. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. You can be Garrett Cole. You know, that's still a tough out to get. You know.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Randy Arozarena, he went 0 for 4 that game with 4 strikeouts.
See, I'm a big fan of Randy Arozarena.
We were. I tell you what, though, I got some love for Randy because he was. He gave out more balls in the outfield than Austin Hayes. Austin Hayes maybe threw 3 balls into the stands,
which is shocking because he normally throws 9.
His own home fans. Randy was grabbing like extra balls from the dugouts. Like there was like 2 innings where he threw 2 balls in the stands.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So like shout out to Randy Arozarena. Like for tossing him out there. There was we had like an entire like Mexican family sit at the front row before everybody hops in my shit. They were legitimately from Mexico, like they had the Mexican flag, all of that sort of stuff. They were cheering for Randy, who played for the Mexican team in the World Baseball Classic.
But I don't think he is of Mexican nationality.
He is not. He
he's-
somehow finessed his way into that.
He is. I think he may have like ancestors that are, but I don't think he is. I don't know where he's from. He's from a Caribbean country. I do know that.
Yeah, he finessed his way onto that team somehow or another. But there was an entire like Mexican family. He threw them like probably 2 or 3 balls.
And and that's that's great on his part because that we say the joke of he finessed his way onto the Mexican team somehow, but like that gives him like a whole another fan base now.
Yeah, but what pissed me off is he gave them like 2 or 3 balls.
Yeah.
But Austin Hayes also gave them 1. Motherfuckers cleaned up.
Yeah. Motherfuckers cleaned up.
Dude, they walked out of that stadium with at least 3 baseballs.
I still remember the day when I was at the stadium when those I don't know where they were from. But it was a random ass Saturday game. Me and Andrew went to the game, sat front row, third base or first base side, and it was the day that the crowd was going nuts for Anthony Santander.
Yeah.
Like I'll never forget that. It was like he had that crowd like in the palm of his hand.
Nice.
Like anything he did, he caught like a routine fly ball, and the crowd erupted.
Oh my god.
And all of left field was full. And this is before they moved the wall back. So all of left field was full, just there to watch him. And they identified with him because I guess they had never been to a baseball game before. So it's just a player that's right there in front of them.
Caught a ball, just went nuts.
I think he cranked a fucking home run to the left center field too. Like he fucking mashed the ball too.
Damn.
So of course he went crazy. But like when I was like up getting beer for it was like 4 of us that went to that game.
Yeah.
But when I went up to go get beer, I saw like a bunch of them walking out of like the team store because I went to the standing room only section and bought beer there. If you've been to Camden Yards, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know who you are.
Stay away.
Yeah. But I walked up to the standing room only bar and I saw like a bunch of the people because they were wearing like similar colored t-shirts, just like stay together as a group. I saw at least like 30 Santander jerseys.
Damn.
So they all just went right into this fucking team store, bought a Santander jersey, and walked right back.
Bro, they're not cheap because I was looking
They're
and
not.
I almost got a Jorge Mateo jersey while I was there.
They're really not.
Yeah, but not for $150.
That was how much I spent on my Adley jersey.
Yeah, I'm not spending $150 on it.
Yeah, Jorge, I wouldn't. Adley, I could justify it.
Adley's gonna be with the Orioles forever.
Because I think that was also maybe 3 weeks after Adley got called up. I bought it.
There you go. Yeah, Adley will be with the team forever. Jorge Mateo, probably not.
Jorge Mateo is playing way too good for the Orioles to keep him at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
He's arguably the best shortstop in the American League right now.
Dude, I said it last week. He needs to be in AL MVP contention. He's not.
Yeah.
Like, the dude is hitting so well. His defensive ability. I watched the game against the Braves. The last game of the series, it was Sunday. Dude had already thrown over twice. So, with the new MLB rules, if you disengage twice in the same at bat,
You're done. You can't do it anymore.
you can disengage a third time. But if you do not get that player out, they automatically advance. So, he could have thrown over to Jorge Mateo a third time. But if he didn't get him out, Jorge Mateo got second.
Right.
No, Jorge Mateo read this pitcher like a book. Like, it was to the point where the dude's body, it's like Jorge could see it leave the brain. It's going down. And he goes, okay, and like just takes off.
Yeah.
It's that fast and had that good of a jump.
And another thing, like with the whole like batter's clock now as well, you can time it really good too. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how well you can see it from the first base side. I don't know if that's possible to see it or not.
So there's one on each side of home plate down low, and then there's one up top too for the clock. So you could definitely see it from first base.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. So yeah, like once they Like if it starts,
it was a Rosarena. He got walked as well, so he was like 0 for 3, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. That's what his line was, not 0 for 4. He was standing on first, and they had already thrown over twice. Grayson had already thrown over twice. So Ray was like, all right, well, I can go. So he started stealing while Grayson was still on the bump with the ball in his hand. Grayson stepped off, got him out.
yeah, easy.
So, like,
That was the second AB of the game. So it was over,
Yeah.
over 19.
0 for
Up
19,
until that.
broke it with a 2-run tater.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was nice. It was nice to see Adley. That was my first game seeing Adley. So that was dope.
Yeah.
I got to see him hit a little tater. First time seeing G-Rod, his first home win as an Oriole. That was dope as shit, too. Dude, the Orioles are going to be okay. They got to figure out what they're doing with this young talent. Gunnar Henderson hasn't really performed a ton.
It's early. Not concerned.
I know it's early,
Yeah.
but they got to figure out, like, how much of a leash are we giving him?
Yeah.
Kyle Stowers hasn't had a ton of opportunities this season, but he did create an error in right field during that game that costed us a run.
Well, the thing with Kyle Stowers is coming up through the minors, he was always known for his bat, not really so much for the glove.
Yeah.
You know, big thing that's really concerning for the Orioles is that they're starting pitching. Right. I mean, the ERA is just atrocious.
Oh, it's terrible. But you know who's been absolutely amazing?
I can't pronounce his first name, but Cano.
Yanir.
I that's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say it and butcher it.
Yeah, Yanir Cano has been outstanding.
Yeah, surprised if we do Felix Bautista the same way we did Jorge Lopez last year.
Yeah, I mean, Yanir Cano has been a fantastic setup pitcher and can even step into that closer role.
And he has been a little bit more frequently lately. I don't know if it's just to give Felix Bautista a little bit of a break, but he already has 3 saves on the year.
Well, I will say Felix did close out this game, so it was also cool to see him live close that out. It was cool to see the light show that they did because it was a night game.
Yeah.
The light show, everything like that. It was like you saw it, you're like, man, I can't wait to watch this in October.
Yeah. And right now, the way the Orioles are playing, it's looking like they are going to be an October team. I mean, if you take a look at what's going on it's crazy. Back-to-back series. We play Atlanta. We play Tampa Bay. Kickoff against Pittsburgh tonight. They're one of the better teams also.
They're a top 10 team in the league as well.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit smoke and mirror.
Well, record-wise.
With that one.
Record-wise.
Yeah, record-wise, they're looking pretty good so far. But, playing the top 2 teams in the league, the 2 teams that have a better record than the Orioles, you go 3-3 against them.
It's not bad at all.
That's really encouraging if you're an Orioles fan, because we stacked a lot of wins against a lot of bad teams. A lot of bad teams. I mean, we played the White Sox twice. We played Kansas City. We played Oakland. We played Washington. So we played a lot of bad teams.
Against, pretty sure that was Spencer Strider's start. That was.
Who's one of the best pitchers in the bigs right now.
Was in Cy Young contention last year.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Then we lost 3-2 in a 12-inning game against, who was that starter that time? That was, no way, that was Elder. Was it Elder? Bryce Elder. There you go. And then Shane McClanahan for the Rays.
Yeah.
I thought we went against somebody else for the Braves.
The way they're hitting the ball, it gives you a lot of hope that this is not an anomaly. Because right now, you're over a month in. Well over a month in now at this point. So, I mean, what you're seeing is pretty much what you're going to get for the whole season.
But nobody's like a super hot hitter right now.
Hottest hitter is Jorge Mateo. He's the hottest hitter. I mean, everybody's going to go through their stretches. I mean, there was a time where Ryan Mountcastle was literally hitting everything out of the park.
Right.
Same thing with Santan, finding ways to win those games.
Yeah, like nobody's been like a super hot hitter. Somebody gets a little bit hot, somebody else cools off, but then when it's time to switch, somebody else steps up.
Yeah, and that's just been how things are going for. Bless you.
Thank you.
That's just how it's been going for the Orioles so far. Just to step in and take advantage of what's going on, somebody has been, no problem. And that's